Come with me to visit the first diamond mine that was operated in Canada, Ekati. The trip to reach this remote area of Canada is a journey by itself. We are in the Northwest Territories. This is the third largest region after Nunavut and Quebec, accounting for approximately 13% of all Canada territory. With approximately 40,000 people, it represents around the 0.11% of Canada's total population. Half of this population lives in the capital Yellowknife. The Yellowknife area has been the territory of the indigenous Diné tribe for thousands of years. This tribe was known as the Copper Indians because of the copper knife, usually of yellow color, that the tribe was using. And this is also what gave the name to the city of Yellowknife. Like many indigenous tribes, the Din were hunters and gatherers, and they were living in harmony with their territory. In 1930s, gold was discovered in the area, and gold miners established the first settlement which gave life to the city as we know it today. Yellowknife today prospers thanks to three main businesses. The first is mining, diamonds mainly, but also gold, rare earth, and recently they started explorations for lithium. The mining industry is very important in this territory because it contributes to 20% of the GDP and 17% of indigenous employment. The second industry is tourism, particularly for the northern lights, but also for the nature and outdoor activities that the region offers. The third industry are government institutions. One of the surprising things walking down the streets of Yellowknife is the quantity of different government offices and entities which are repeated one after other. I got the opportunity to interview a couple of Yellowknife citizens and ask them how life is in the city. Here is what they shared. How long have you been in Yellowknife for?
Just a little over 60 years.
And what motivated you to come to Yellowknife?
Well, I was born here.
Okay,
So I really didn't have any say in the matter.
Yeah.
You know what brought my people here? The mines. The opportunity to work in the mines in the 50s. My people came here in the 50s.
For the gold mine or?
Actually, my dad worked for giant Yellowknife gold mine for 30 years, yeah.
Okay, and you follow his footsteps, like you're also working in mining?
Well, I did. After high school, I went to work at Giant as well. I worked there for 3 years before I decided to take an apprenticeship with the government of the Northwest Territories for power engineering. Yeah, and then I've made a career with the government of the Northwest Territories for the next 30 years.
In Yellowknife, what would be the most interesting aspect of life here?
For me, it has to be Great Slave Lake. Great Slave Lake,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There's 11,000 square miles of water out there.
You're fishing?
I used to fish, like sports fish.
Yeah.
But I haven't for quite a few years now. And I think it's basically because my wife catches bigger fish than me all the time.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
How long have you been in Yellowknife for?
Since 2005, 19 years.
What motivated you to come here?
I came up to the north looking for diamonds. I'm an exploration geologist. After sort of 5 years doing that, I got tired of living in the bush. And I wanted to move back to a city just for comfort. I was usually going to Toronto or Vancouver, and then I realized I don't like big cities, and I decided to stay in Yellowknife. After a year of living downtown, I realized I did not like living in cities, so I moved out to one of the houseboats. And I've been in the houseboat ever since.
And the most interesting aspect for you of life in Yellowknife?
Well, for me, it's definitely the houseboating. Like living out there on the water. Since moving out, I've had 2 kids who live out there with me. It's just the access to the big lake, boating, cross-country skiing, kite skiing, canoeing, kayaking, fishing, all that kind of stuff really makes this town livable for me. And also just that it's a small town. You can get everywhere within 5 minutes, but as it's the capital of the Northwest Territories, it has a lot more than an equivalent town this size down in the south of Canada.
Yeah. Thank you so much. How long have you been living in Yellowknife for?
Yeah, I got to Yellowknife in 2007, so I guess that's 17 years now.
And what motivated you to come here?
Well, I guess basically work. We had a friend that was up here, and she said it was a really interesting place and lots of work. And my background with environmental science. So, so we came up here. But the other real reason was because to paddle some of the rivers, there's a lot of really wild rivers out here and nature. So I came up here with my partner to explore some of the nature for 2 to 5 years, and we were supposed to go home, and 17 years later, we're still here, I guess.
So my next question would have been actually, what is your favorite aspect of life in Yellowknife? I guess that's nature and paddling and...
Yeah, definitely. The outdoors, like literally, there's only like 3 roads in the whole territory, and like Yellowknife is here, and you can literally like walk, run, or bike and be on a trail and never see another road or another person and just untouched like wilderness is pretty amazing and unique. And so if you like it, you really like it, and if you don't, you can't wait to get out of here.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah. Thank you.
Let's now dive into the diamond history of this unique territory. Diamonds were first discovered in Canada in 1991, when Stuart Blusson and Charles Fipke, in collaboration with BHP Minerals, announced they recovered diamonds from a sample of kimberlite from the area of Lac de Gras, which is located 300 km northeast of Yellowknife. This lake, Lac de Gras, is a very important area because around there are some of the most important Canadian diamond mines. To create a better context, let's look at diamond exploration in Canada in general. Diamonds are either mined or being explored in 6 of the 13 different territories and provinces of Canada. These are Northwest Territories, Nunavut, Quebec, Ontario, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. It's important to notice that not all the mines present in these regions are operating today. In this video, we are looking only at the Northwest Territory, so let's look at the mines in this area. As of 2024, there are 3 active mines operated by 3 different companies. Ekati, operated by Burgundy, Diavik, operated by Rio Tinto, and Gachouquet by De Beers. This mine region is situated above the tree line of Canada, which is a boundary beyond which trees are not able to grow. The climate is subarctic, characterized by very cold and long winters where temperatures can reach minus 40 degrees Celsius, and short mild summers with up to 15 degrees Celsius. There are no roads, and due to the quantity of water in the region, during most of the year it is a fly-in, fly-out only zone. What is interesting of diamond mining operation here is that during a specific time of the year they use an ice road to reach the site via land. The investment is quite incredible. It consists of 30 million per year and is taken on by the 3 mining companies. The purpose is connecting the area of Yellowknife to the 3 mine sites. It has a length of approximately 350 kilometers and is operational around February-March for 4 to 8 weeks only, depending on the season. So far, the shortest season has been 2006, when it was only operated for 4 weeks. It is estimated that during this period, 1 truck leaves Yellowknife every 20 minutes. Trucks are leaving Yellowknife full of supply, the main of which is fuel, because 99% of equipments at the sites are fuel-based. Then machineries, repair material, and so on, for the year ahead. And they go back loaded with waste material which cannot be disposed of at site. Fun fact, History Channel produced a show called Ice Road Truckers between 2007 and 2017, which features the lives and the work of truck drivers who travel these ice roads in Canada and Alaska. Let's now look at Ekati in details. It was officially opened on the 14 October 1998 by BHP. The mine is named after the area of Lac de Gras. In fact, Ekati means fat lake in Tlicho language. They have discovered 177 kimberlite pipes on the original claim. The lease covers around 113,000 of hectares. It was bought by Burgundy in 2023. There are 2 pipes being currently mined, Misery Underground and Sable Open Pit. There is an additional pipe under development, Point Lake, with a mine plan which extends to 2029. Mining takes place all year around. The current workforce is composed of 25% women, which is quite high considering the type of jobs that are carried on in diamond mines. The youngest person is 18 and the oldest 72. In 2024, 5 million carats were recovered from Ekati. According to local regulations, 50% of workforce must come from indigenous communities and 50% from Northwest Territories habitants. Burgundy follows several impact benefits agreements, which are extremely important agreements to regulate the relationship between the company, the local indigenous community and the territory. But how is life like at the mine site? There are 2 shifts of 400 people each, which alternates each other every 2 weeks. Staff is brought in and out of the site by plane. Work shifts run 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. Each worker has its own accommodation, which is shared with one other person on the alternating shift schedule. The camp functions like a small city, providing everything needed for comfortable on-site living, including Wi-Fi, a cafeteria, a laundry room, a gym, a sports hall, massage and acupuncture services, a medical clinic with an on-site doctor, and even a fire station. I'd like to share one final interview which I had with Priscilla, one of the workers at the mine. Priscilla's story is one of the success stories of Ekati. She started to work at Ekati as a housekeeper when she was 18 years old, and she's now a haul truck operator.
What motivated you to become a truck driver here in Ekati Mine?
Well, I don't see many women in the industry, so I was really motivated to do truck driving and get the training that I needed. And working with great people from the north.
And what is your favorite aspect of your job?
I love working with people that I work with. They're really great to work with, just like family. Because we're here half the year with them. And I just love driving and, getting trained on new equipment when I have the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I like the challenges and I want to keep growing.
Super. Thank you, Priscilla.
Visiting Ekati has truly been a once-in-a-lifetime experience, one that revealed just how deeply mining operations are interconnected with the community. From the pilots flying Cessnas in and out of the mine site to the manager of the in-house fire department, everyone I met is not only committed to their work but also deeply connected to this land. Their passion and pride in both their roles and their territory left a lasting impression on me. Something I will carry forward with a deep respect and appreciation.